How are we doing, everyone? Sam here from United People's TV. As you can see, my TV's gone black, so let's just ignore that. I had a picture of Rooney on there, but it's gone black literally as we were starting. This is the press conference reaction after Jose Mourinho has been speaking to the press ahead of our game against Feyenoord. Let me just turn this TV off. That's called a technical error. Let's move on. Let's get that out of the way. No, let's just leave it there. Why not, eh? Now you can see me double time. So, Man United, we play Feyenoord on Thursday. Jose Mourinho has been facing the press out in Holland, and this is what he has had to say. First things first, the main story. I had a picture of him on the TV there, but he's not there anymore. Wayne Rooney, he is not in the team to face Feyenoord. He said he has played every game since the start of the season, and he has played 90 minutes for England. I want him to be fresh for the next games. He plays in an attacking position where I have lots of options. Now, there's going to be people who are saying that Wayne Rooney has been dropped for this game and that this is the sign of Wayne Rooney coming out of the team. I'm not sure if that is the case. I think that Rooney... everybody knows I'm not a fan of Rooney. I make that abundantly clear. But this is not Rooney being dropped. This is simply Rooney being rested for a Europa League game. You know, it is what it is. It's the Europa League. We've still got Rashford who's going to start. We've still got Ibrahimovic. We've got Memphis Depay who hasn't played. We've got Ashley Young. We've got Anthony Martial. We've got Jesse Lingard who's not in the team. We'll cover that. Henrik Mkhitaryan. There's lots and lots of attacking options. Another change that's going to happen for the team is Marcos Rojo is going to start at left back. Now, again, I'm not a fan of Marcos Rojo. Not in the same anger as Wayne Rooney, but Marcos Rojo shouldn't really play for Man United, but is what he is. We let Cameron Jackson go out on loan. This is what Mourinho has had to say about Rojo. He said, I didn't make the decision based on that negative episode talking about Shaw's broken leg. He said, Luke is a very good player who is working well and hard. My options in the first 4 matches have been Luke. It is time for Marcus to play. Now, say what you want about Marcos Rojo. You know, I don't think he's good enough to play for Man United. I think he's a bit of a liability at left back. But Luke Shaw needs a rest. He shouldn't be playing every single game because Luke Shaw he has been playing every game. He's been looking phenomenal, but you just don't want to rush him back. And maybe for him personally, going back to Holland a year after he's done it, it might not be against Eindhoven. It might be in Rotterdam instead. But memory-wise, this probably doesn't bring back good memories for him. So give him a rest at home. Let Man United take care of it in Feyenoord. Hopefully, we get 3 points. Mourinho on Europa League aims. He's saying that this is not a competition that Man United wants. It is not the big dream of every big player, but we are not in the Champions League. And again, it is what it is. Man United are not in the Champions League. Louis van Gaal failed to qualify for the Champions League on goal difference, so he signs Zlatan this year. Europa League, it has a bit more of an appeal to it because if you win that now, you qualify for the Champions League. First time that happened last year, obviously when Liverpool lost the final to Sevilla. What a shame. It was the first time they brought that in, and it's a good idea. But for United, that's not going to be our focus this year. We're going to be finishing in that top 4. That is the main focus. And if we can win the Europa League, can win the FA Cup, then so be it. Couple comments here, a few from Red Jack, saying Memphis please. Absolutely, I want to see Memphis in this starting 11. I think Memphis Depay has bided and waited his time. If this is the time for Marcos Rojo to start at left back, absolutely it's the time for Memphis to come in and show what he is worth. Got another one here from the Red Devils saying Cameron Jackson should have stayed and Rojo should have gone. Absolutely, I 100% agree with you. Jackson obviously sent to Wolves on a season-long loan. I didn't think it was the right move. Let's hope he does well. One man of the match in his first game, actually. Well done, Cameron. But he's a better left-back than Marcos Rojo. People are going to disagree with me because Rojo played in the World Cup final for Argentina, but he just doesn't fill me with the sort of confidence that a defender has to do. And I just think he's a bit of a liability. One here from Rodney said, I wonder why we didn't sign Fabinho. He's going to tear up Tottenham tonight. Fabinho, obviously the Monaco right back, heavily linked with Man United. He said he was flattered by the interest, but Man United didn't move for him. And it would have been another big signing had we agreed it, but we've got Valencia Darmian, Fosu Mensah. There are obviously enough right-back options for Jose Mourinho. So let's see how they get on this year. But again, another player who's not going to play in this game is Antonio Valencia. Now, in my predicted 11, I put Rojo and Darmian as my left and right back. Now, Rojo is guaranteed to start. Maybe Darmian, this is going to be his opportunity at right back as well. Max here saying, I never liked Rojo, and better yet, when he got a dumb red card with Argentina versus Chile in the finals. It's a bit of schadenfreude. I'm not going to wish any bad luck on him, but I don't like him as a player at Man United. It's the be-all and end-all of it. Scott here saying, Rooney needs to leave now. We'll be able to get 30 million for him. I don't like Rooney. I think he can still offer something for Man United, but we've got better players in the positions he occupies. That's a motorbike. We'll ignore that. Let's carry on. But Rooney, I think he hinders Man United now when he plays. I've said that a lot, and it's just become apparent on so many occasions. It's not one game. It's happened a lot of times. Shashadir saying, Rojo is crap, gets skinned every time. I don't think Rojo's good enough personally. I think Rojo could leave us exposed against even Feyenoord. Bearing in mind that Feyenoord have scored 15 goals in their opening 5 games. They are not a team to be knocked over. One more comment here from Red Jack saying Tim Fosu-Mensah to start. He could start at right back. It's either him or Darmian. Let me know in the comments who you would rather see start. More from Jose Mourinho here. It is too early to talk about winning the competition, but this is a big club and the next match is always important when you play for Man United. If you see what happened last season against Midtjylland, you don't forget that as a fan. No, you don't. Maybe as a player, but not the fans. We have to make sure we are not sleeping. We cannot take our foot off the gas. We cannot be complacent after a loss against Man City. We have to come into this game, get the 3 points, and head into that match against Watford off the back of a win, because we don't want a run of losses. Mourinho, I'm facing Feyenoord. I brought a very good squad, and I will play with a very good team. Let's see what happens there. Another player who's injured, Phil Jones. In other news, water is wet. I don't even know what to say about Phil Jones anymore. He's suffered lateral knee ligament damage and is expected to be out for a month. Phil Jones, man. I think Chris Smalling last year filled me with a bit of hope about Phil Jones, that he can come back and still do a job, because I didn't write Smalling off, but after he got that red card away to Man City last year, the year before, I had real question marks over whether he could make it at Man United. He came back and proved me wrong. I've still got that hope about Phil Jones, but every single injury that goes past, a little bit of hope leaves. A couple more comments here, saying Samurai saying Martial should start too. I expect to see Martial start. I want Martial and Memphis on the wings. I think that would be electric to watch. Rodney's asking what's happening with Mkhitaryan. So let me run through the complete team news for you. The players who've been left at home: no Rooney, no Valencia, no Luke Shaw, and no Phil Jones. They are the players who are not there in that team. Valencia has been rested. Mkhitaryan has been rested, obviously, as we just said. Phil Jones is injured. Rooney has been rested, and Shaw has been rested. So the only injury concerns there are Mkhitaryan and Jones. The rest are simply players being rested. And I expect more to be rested from the actual first team that have travelled to. Red Jack reminding us all that Rashford's debut against Midtjylland was something that we'll all remember fondly, because it was. So maybe it's not all too bad against Midtjylland. A couple of quotes here from Herrera, saying, I think this is a very important competition for me in the club. United have never won this competition, so this is a challenge for us. I play for the most successful club in England, and we want to keep winning trophies. Now, I absolutely love Ander Herrera, and you saw it against Man City, how much commitment he gives to the game when he plays. And for the fact that he played in every single pre-season game, looked excellent, and then Mourinho decided not to start him in the Leicester game in the Community Shield, and he hasn't really started since. I think it's a bit unfair on Herrera. He's better than that. He's been undervalued since he joined Man United, and it is about time that Ander Herrera got to start for United. We need Schneiderlin as that defensive midfielder. We need Herrera and Pogba as the two midfielders in front of him. I would love to see that against Feyenoord, but in my predicted 11, I've gone for something a little bit more pragmatic with Michael Carrick and Herrera as a midfield too. DJ Ryder here saying that Ashley Young might start tomorrow. Ashley Young, the forgotten man, a bit like Memphis Depay. Ashley Young could start. Who would you rather have, Memphis or Ashley Young? Let me know in the comments. We've got Maldero saying Fellaini's afro is being rested. I hope Fellaini is being rested as well for a while, because, as good as Fellaini is and as good as his form has been, we have better players than him that can occupy that position. A bit like Rooney. Been playing okay-ish, but there's better players than him. Some love for Herrera in the comments, and we'll finish on that love for Herrera. No quotes yet on Memphis Depay. A little bit surprised on that. We've got one more here from Herrera on Mourinho. We'll give you that before we go. Said, I do not want to talk about the past. I do not think it is fair on the old manager. We're talking about Louis van Gaal, obviously. But I feel very comfortable under this manager, and we enjoy every training session. I feel his confidence every day, and my teammates the same. Mourinho has told us there will be time for everybody. That's what you want to hear. You know, Herrera's got the confidence in Mourinho. Mourinho's got the confidence in Herrera. It's coming through in a squad. You know, yes, it was a bad first half against Man City. There was mistakes in the starting 11, mistakes in the tactics. We've already ran through all of that. But the players seem genuinely happy. And Herrera's never not got a smile on his face. Literally, he's the most endearing player in that squad. We've got nothing bad to say about him. A couple more comments there and we'll finish this reaction. One here saying from Pranish, saying Memphis, Ashley has passed it. I'm agreeing with you. I think Memphis should start. Red Jack, people asking if Wanzebe's in the squad. He is not in the squad. He played for the under-23s against Villarreal on Tuesday night. A 1-0 win for the under-23s. Very good. And he played excellently well at centre-back. A couple more here from Rodney saying, where do I think we'll finish in the Europa League? Oh, predictions. I think we'll go far. I think we're going to go to at least the quarters. But that's when the fixture list really starts getting stacked. So let's see what happens then, because then when it's getting towards the nitty-gritty stage of the Premier League, that's when you're going to be playing your strong team in the Premier League, your weakened team in the Europa League, and we saw against Liverpool last year, that doesn't always work out. Jason Brathwaite absolutely celebrating Rooney not being in the squad, and there is going to be quite a lot of people that are doing that. I'm not going to outwardly celebrate. Inwardly, I'm happy that we're going to see a team without Rooney, but it's not going to be a first-choice 11, so it's not really going to fairly represent how Man United can play without Rooney. But I absolutely believe that Man United are a better team without Rooney in it. And I've said that for some time. So let me know what you think about the press conference. What do you think about Mourinho said? Who do you want to see start? Sorry about the technical issues. That should be a picture on the TV. Instead, you can see me in some sort of inception reflection. But apart from that, make sure you subscribe to United People's TV. Ira is out in Rotterdam. So there'll be videos and stuff from the pubs, from the ground, and hopefully after a win. And we'll see you all very, very soon. Take it easy.